Hello everybody, Ben here, and today we're going to be doing some traditional sealed Strixhaven on Magic Arena. The set just came out, so we're going to try out the best of 3 format, doing some sealed, and let's go ahead and get started and see how it goes. Alright, so let's go open our boosters, see what rares we get. Alright, so it looks like we got a double major, copy a creature spell you control, Chaos Warp. Okay. Not sure how playable that is. We'll see. Weather the Storm. Gain 3 life with Storm. So however many spells you play, you get to copy it that many times. Could be interesting. If we have a lot of Magecraft. Got Augmenter Pugilist, which is a solid 3/3, and sometimes the back half with Echoing Equation will make a difference. Manifestation Sage. I definitely dig that one. 2/2 puts out a fractal, usually like at least a 2/2, 3/3, or 4/4, depending on where you are in your curve. And then we got Rowan and Will. So I think the blue side's more playable than the red side. Looks like we have a lot of the Quandrix, which is the green-blue, in terms of rares. Plus it says we have a couple more, so let's see what we got there as well. Alright. So let's just see what our other 2 rares are. I'm guessing that those are lessons. Looks like... Nope. Okay, so we got a Fervent Mastery, which I believe is completely unplayable and limited. And a Prismari Command. So in terms of our rares, we have a lot of support for the teamer colors. But let's go ahead and look at our pool, the rest of our pool, and see what we can make out of this. So we only have like 1 or 2 creatures in blue. White, we've got the Professor Symbology. So the biggest new mechanic for this set is Learn. So what Learn does is it lets you reveal a lesson card from your sideboard and put in your hand, or you can rummage. So depending on what lessons you have, it can give you a couple different options. Some sort of like a little bit of card advantage, but it depends on what the lesson actually does. They're usually lower powered. For example, if a Reduced to Memory is one of the lesson cards. It lets you exile a non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Not a card you'd want to main deck, but it is something that, you know, if you need it, you can go get it. In terms of what lessons we got Necrotic Fumes. Nothing in the red. Got some green ones. Let's see. Got a bunch of Silver Quill Pledge Mages, an Inkling Summoning. That's one of the ones that we could do as well. We got Fractal Summoning. That's another good one we can learn. So let's take a look first at our blue-green, since that looked like it had some interesting rares in it. I think we play this Rowan and Will regardless whether we go into red or to blue. Well, actually, I think it's only really good if you do blue. Red doesn't do very much. The blue side does let you draw cards and nullify one of your opponent's creatures. But the blue by itself isn't very deep. We got a 2/2. If we get a lot of instants and sorceries, you can play with this Serpentine Curve. Got a Pop Quiz. Negate. Usually this is a sideboard card. Though given that the set is built around instants and sorceries because of the Magecraft mechanic, it might be main deckable. So I'm going to stick it in for now. Snow Day lets you tap up to 2 target creatures. They don't untap during the controller's next untap step. So it's like a double freeze, or like a Crippling Chill. But then you draw 2 cards and discard 1. So it does replace itself. So let's get the Augmenter Pugilist, get a field trip for ramping and for doing the lessons. We've got a Mage Duel. It's a good fight card. Spine Karak is just kind of a vanilla 2/4. Professor of Zoomancy is a 4/3 that gives you a pest when it comes into play. I like that. If we're going green and blue, the Leyline Invocation could be good. Quandrix Apprentice, yes. Pledge Mage. So this has the Magecraft mechanic. Every time you cast a spell or copy a spell, or rather an instant or sorcery, you get to put a counter on it. That could be a little bit crazy with the Weather the Storm if we decide to put that in, though this is kind of narrow. I don't know if that's something we're going to want to play with. Manifestation Sage. So these Aether Helix are nice. They return a permanent to its owner's hand, and then you get to get a permanent from your graveyard and put it back in your hand. So you get a little bit of sort of tempo. I mean, it's really expensive, but it does get you back a card. So we'll put those in for now, and then we got a Fractal Summoning, which I think we leave in our sideboard as something that we could grab with the Learn mechanic. Eureka Moment, draw 2 cards and put a land out. So Quandrix is all about getting big ramp, big mana to do some stuff. Like, so the Augmenter Pugilist, if you can get the 8 lands, you get an 8/8 Trampler. Overgrowth Arch, just a solid 0/4 defender. You tap to gain a life, and then you can sack it to learn. So I like that. If we go green, this hybrid black-green Tree Folk, that's a big old 5/5 that lets you gain life every time you cast an instant or sorcery, so that could go in there. Let's see what else. Let's see what our colorless cards are. So we got Environmental Sciences. It's another lesson we could get. Okay, we got a lot of colorless lessons, so that's good. We get Prophecy, Scry 2, draw a card. It's like an expensive Preordain. Introduction to Annihilation is a good way of getting rid of a permanent. Some Letters of Acceptance and Expanded Anatomy. Okay. So what else we've got? So let's look at our other colors. In black, not too... We got a Rite of Exodus. This is a good removal spell. If we want to splash black, we could get Mortality Spear. Possibly Blood Researcher if we have a little bit more life gain going on. A bunch of huts for specimens just to get stuff out of our learn board. This could be okay. Umbral Juke, maybe. Let's see what our white looks like. So the basic white didn't look very good. We'd have to go like into black, I think, with our white if we wanted to do that. The Pledge Mages, I think, are pretty good if you have a lot of ways of giving them either flying or lifelink by playing instants and sorceries, you know, triggering that Magecraft. And then what we have, red. So we got a Shock, we got a Heated Debate, got Explosive Welcome if we want to spend a ton of mana. Yar Battleseer, 3/4 haste scry 1, okay. Prismari Command's pretty strong, does 2 damage to any target, and then you can draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Or if you basically choose 2 of these modes, do 2 damage, create a treasure, destroy an artifact, draw 2, discard 2. If we were to splash red, we could probably put in like the Heated Debate, the Command. I don't know if we want Shock as a splashed color. I don't think it does, or a splash card. I don't think it does enough. Maybe Chaos Warp, but I don't really think that's necessary. Problem is that our multicolored lands are a little weak. We could throw in like a Letter of Acceptance, maybe this Campus Guide as a way to get a mountain if we need it. Let's see what else we've got. Biblioplex Assistance, 2/1 flyer, enters the battlefield up to 1 target sorcery, instant sorcery from your graveyard to your library, maybe. How many instants and sorceries do we have? 6 and 12? That could be good. Elemental Masterpiece, so create 2 4/4 red and blue elemental creature tokens, or you can spend 2 and discard it to create a treasure, maybe. Something to do at the very top end of our curve. And we can always discard it for a treasure if we're desperate. Tome Shredder could be good. So could this Battle Seer. So far I'm thinking like a Teamer build is probably what we're looking at. So how would we want to do it? Let's actually see what we got going here. So that's not really the land breakdown we want. It's unfortunate that none of our campuses are in any of the color pairings we want. So what if we did black instead? What would that put in here? We could get something like the whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. That can be interesting. Get mortality spear, blood research, moldering Karok. So actually, I mean, our blue's not looking that exciting now that I take a longer look at it. Let's see what like a black-green would look like. Maybe splash blue in there. So we could get these hunt for specimens in just to get some value lessons. Here's a leech fanatic. Ink caster. Do we have a lot of +1/+1 counter shenanigans we can do? Got the blood researcher, and we've got the pledge mage. That could be good. I need the eureka moment if we're taking out the blue. Manifestation Sage is a little trickier for its mana cost if we're playing black. Though it may still be good later. We'll have to look at that. Got these pledge mages that are pretty nice. So what if we take out the Manifestation Sage and the Biblioplex Assistant? So Weather the Storm could be kind of interesting with Dina, as well as this blood researcher. We could just, go over the top of them. I don't know if we want the Leyline Invocation if we go this color pairing. Probably Fortified Drought's probably fine if we're trying to get some life gain going. I think we get this Extus, another good removal spell. So what does that put us at? So we could splash something here. What colors could we splash? Blue or white? I think we'd be better off splashing white if we're going to splash a color. This Professor of Symbology, I don't think that's worth splashing. We've already got these Hunt for Specimens, which do the same thing effectively. Could do this Ink Caster. Oh, something weird happened here. They're all like showing up strange. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay, there we go. 13 creatures. Maybe we don't need the Letter of Acceptance. I think we can put in this Umbral Juke. Choose one. They sacrifice a creature. You create a 2/1 flyer. Here's some card draw. So how many +1/+1 counter things do we have? We've got this Pledge Mage, this Researcher. That's about it. So I don't know about this Tenured Ink Caster. It's basically a 5-mana 3/3 that can drain them a little bit. I almost think it'd be kind of fun to try out this Weather the Storm. What other Magecraft things we have? We've got the Pledge Mage. We've got these guys. We've got, yeah. Let's try it. Why not? So I think we'll just go these two colors. I don't think we need to go 3 colors here. Let's put in this campus. And what did I stick in here by accident? Looks like I stuck in too many cards. Don't think we need the campus guide if we're playing 2 colors. So, yeah, I think this looks good. Got some cheap tricks. We've got the hunt for, we got a bunch of learn cards, a bunch of ways to gain life. Is the access tunnel worth it? Spend 3 and tap it. Target creature with power 3 less can't be blocked this turn. we have a lot of double color requirements. I don't know that we really want to be spending that kind of mana. But it is kind of a free run. And I think I'll leave out the access tunnel. I don't think it does enough for us. I don't think we want to be spending effectively 4 mana just to get a small creature through. So yeah, I think this looks good. We've got plenty of things to wish for. Got a lot of life gains and tricks. Let's see what our final count on instants and sorceries is. So we have 11 instants and sorceries, 12 creatures, 17 land. Okay. I think this looks good. Let's go ahead and give it a try, and I'll see you guys for round 1. Alright, here we are for our round 1. Looks like we won the die roll, so we'll go ahead and play first. And we've got a Leech Fanatic, Field Trip, Pledge Mage. Yeah, I think this looks good. Let's try and keep that. So hopefully this life gain synergies pays off. Get our Leech Fanatic going. White, some other color. Go ahead and get this Pledge Mage down. Historian. Let's go ahead and play our land. So I think here I'm just... So I could play the Pugilist. Just to get another creature down. I think I'll do that. We can, well... Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Pugilist down. We can swing in late at the next turn. I'm not going to attack with either of these this turn. Next turn we can do the Field Trip to give things flying. And then have the Fortifying Drought as backup. 3/1 flyer, sure. Let's go and get Forest down. Let me get this flying. Get the Forest, and let's see what's gonna be good for us here. So here I might just go ahead and get the Fractal Summoning. And then attack with everybody. Sure, so let's go ahead and pump up our life linker to keep it alive. So this already has flying, so let's give it life. So this creates a tapped creature if they exile it. Looks like they're playing just sky colors. Grab something from their sideboard here. Introduction to Annihilation, sure. So I think we just go ahead and drop down a 5/5. Next turn they either have to deal with the Pugilist or the 5/5. No reason to attack into the 3/3. Can always kill it next turn. Odds are they're going to spend all their mana to kill one of these two. Problem is that we are going to be on gas after this. Ah, very sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and put out. Okay, let's go ahead and attack. Let's see how they block, if they block. So are we okay trading that? I'm not going to my 5/5. Let's make sure we tap this correctly. Scry 2, draw 2. So I think next turn it makes the most sense just to attack with everything. Oh, that makes it even easier. So if we give this life link, what does that do for us? Do it flying, so it can't be. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is this gives it +1/+2 and fight. So I can go ahead and yeah, let's fight like that. Flying. And then just everything. They block the life linker, they're still taking one. And if we draw a spell, we have a 3/1 flyer. Okay, so that looks a little bit on the slower side. Can we take advantage of that? Don't really have any other tricks to put in here. I don't think a 2/4 is going to do much for us. If we're playing blue, these Aether Helixes would probably be pretty good against them, but I think we're good. Let's just run it back. Here, I got a couple Pledge Mages, Blood Researcher, and Professor. Yep, can't do anything until turn 3, but... Girdle for a second here. So I think what we'll do is drop the Blood Researcher first. Because we're not likely to have a spell we want to play for these Pledge Mages right off the bat, and they're pretty fragile. That's the end of order. Other tap creatures you control get +1/+0. Other untapped get +0/+1. Whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures. Okay. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get the Blood Researcher down. So 3/4, 3/3 whenever you scry, or whenever you move, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, scry one. Sure. Alright, can't get through there, so let's just go ahead and pop out Professor. And move to attack. Looks like they missed a land drop last turn. I'm just going to block with Pest just to start growing the Blood Researcher. So 2/2. Alright, so their choices are... We can attack with the Professor Zoomancy. They can just block with the Stonebound Mentor. I think that's an okay trade. Yeah, let's do that. Get our... Let's go ahead and hunt for specimens real quick and see what we can get from our board here. So we get a flyer. Inkling Summoning's a little awkward, but it does put a creature out for us. Environmental Sciences gives us 2 life, so we can start really pumping up the 3/3 that way. I think I like... Actually, yeah, let's get the Environmental Sciences, because I think what we can do is give the Pledge Mage flying and lifelink next turn. Sure. They rejected it. Still, I think we're doing okay. They kill the researcher. Awkward. Oh. Okay. Ah. Sure, I'll block. I'll bring this up to 4/4. Yeah, that was a bit of a sketchy attack. Unless they have a way of dealing with this, so... It's a lot of eggs in one basket. So, I think I'm just going to go ahead and Environmental Sciences right now. Go and get another swamp. Put it out since I already have it. And we'll get another Pledge Mage online. Flooding out a little bit, but our next wish could be something for like the Fractal. Just get a big beater. So opponent has 3 cards left. Counter target creature, planeswalker spell. Well, that's easy enough to play around. Alright, so... What shall we do here? So let's hunt for specimens. Let's give it flying. Necrotic Fumes. So we could give it a expanded anatomy to force the block. Introduction to prophecy. Necrotic fumes. Let's go ahead and expand an enemy. Okay, it's got the flying, so let's give it lifelink. And now we have a storm count 2 for Weather the Storm. Ooh, that's not gonna end well. We know they're drawing the red. Yep, I'm gonna save them here. Oof, Weather the Storm. That worked out real well there. I don't think they really had a choice. They had to try and block it and kill it there if they didn't have any other answers in their sideboard. Alright, so that was our first round. That went pretty well. I'll see you guys for round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2 with our Witherbloom black-green life gain deck. I'm going to play first. So this is not a keepable hand. One land, gonna have to blame it. Okay, so here's something we can work with. I think what we can do is maybe ditch the Leech Fanatic. Then we can get the search for land card. I think, yeah. Swamp. Where is it? Environmental Sciences. There we go. Excavation. Instead of land, gain a life. Otherwise, deal 1 damage to everybody, and then you can spend 5 and exile a creature card to get a red and white spirit token. Tapped, okay. Good to know. Let's get our Pledge Mage down. For 1. To first strike. Magecraft gets +1/+0. Alright, I think I just play this other Pledge Mage. Next turn we can do the Sciences and attack in the air if we need to. And still play the Pugilist. Sorcery cast this turn costs 1 less to cast, or X less to cast, where X is the power. Okay. Okay, no big deal. Let's go ahead and play this Pledge Mage. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get it. Give them both. Get another forest. And no need to. So you may just want to hold this until we can get it into 8/8 territory, but we'll see. I'm willing to take that. Trade of 3/2 and green. Okay. Alright, so here I think we just kill the flyer and get in for 6. Now we're taking a bunch on the ground. Just offer the trade. Let's attack. Let's see what they do. So do I want to gain 6 life here? Sure. They have way more cards in hand, so looking good for us. Alright, do we play the Pugilist? Or wait till we have one more hand? It's not going to do anything against that board as a 3/3, so I think we just offer this trade. Because we're not gonna... Go ahead and take it, it's fine. Blood Researcher, okay. Well, I don't think we have a choice about to take this down. Black cards? I guess the Rise of Exodus, but that doesn't really matter. Maybe they're just using this for a scry potential. Let's block like that. Oh. Yeah, it's plenty. See if they want to show us another card from their sideboard. Charge into Annihilation. Okay, have it. Got a little flooded there, but I think this is a matching for the win. Alright, anything here that we want? This Karok might be good. take out for that? Maybe the drought. I think I'll keep that. Let's take out. Yeah, the crushing disappointment. Another one lander that we can't. Oh, it's risky. If we get one other land, we can hunt for specimens to get our environmental studies. But I think it's probably safer to mulligan here. Okay. They took a mulligan as well. It's going to keep the forest. Definitely need to get a land, so I think we just get the environmental sciences to make sure we don't miss a land drop. We could do the introduction to prophecy. Scry 2, then draw a card. That might actually be better. Let's do that. I think I'll just take the blood searcher. So I need to hit another land drop. Yeah. I'd trade this off to gain some life. Getting a treasure token, okay. Sorry, buddy. We play with our... So we're probably going to do a lore hold command here, if I had to guess. We can't just not play anything. So let's play our crocodile. Sorcery speed, that's instant speed, okay. And I'm not going to block it. Attack with our minister. Black. Okay, so they are doing something with black here. But they're everything but green. So what do we do here? I guess we just kill this 3-2. So we make this a 5-5 and trade everything off. Let's see what they do. Instantly. The next time I want to use the Rise of Exodus on something. Okay. Greedy. Exile it. Get rid of their and I'm happy with a fractal summon on next turn. For 5? Sure. Swamp. There's no... do a 2-for-1, but then I still have the flyer, so I think there's no need to attack here. I think we'll just scry. scry. That doesn't really do anything on this board. Let's go back to no scry again. I regain life each month. Sure. Or nothing. Pledge mage, okay. Two cards in hand is a little scary. Sure. Each fanatic it is. Sacrifice another creature, okay. Don't want to walk into a bunch of open mana, so just pass. I think their card quality is just better than ours, so gotta be careful. They're milling pretty hard. I don't know what they're looking for. Maybe they're lore hold. Or maybe they have like a reconstruct history or something to use. Use our scry. Still doesn't really do anything on this board without being able to get rid of the 2/4 flyer. Sure. So I'm actually gonna wait on the arch in case they have a reject in their hand. And we'll just do it next turn. There's the reconstruct history. Just gonna put down the archway. So now I can start gaining life and draining for my turn. Sure. Alright, this just came out, so I don't do that yet. Day Trampler is okay. See if they have a counter spell or something. Got 13 cards in our library. Sack this to learn if I need to. Mascot interception gains haste until on a turn. Okay. I guess I'm taking 10 here. What can they have that can do crazy amounts of damage to me here? They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana open. 8, 9. Taking 12, go to 9. I guess, sure. I don't think there's like a it's possible. Can't be countered, okay. Sure. What do you guys want? Alright, let's see. Give this flying. And just attack with everybody. Because we're gonna gain what? 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, well, I'm gonna go for the kill. Alright. That puts us up 1-1. Yeah, they just got some raw card advantage going on here. Not sure what else we can really put in here to help combat that. I think we just gotta be as aggressive as we can. Opponent had very, very greedy mana base. I mean, I guess it's mostly red-blue with splashes of white and black. Given how long they're sideboarding, they may be switching some stuff out to make it a little bit more streamlined. But we'll see. We are on the draw. I think this is fine. They took a mulligan. Get our arch down. I don't know what I want to get yet, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do Arch. I'd like to get a little bit more information before we start doing the learning. Let's get Fine Carrot down. Play a big creature that we can make them sacrifice. Life. Sacrifice that. Here. Doesn't feel like they had anything in their hand to react with, so I think what I want to do here is buff up my with a, what is that? Expanded anatomy, there we go. Here. Put down a sword. Just attack, see what they do. They have lore hold command, then they get a, let's go ahead and cast our field trip. And I think we want... Just want to get the flyer out. No, let's get the fractals. And I think I'm just going to hold these. I don't think the pest is going to help anything right now. Alright. Show me it. We got our 6/6 down. Alright, so we hunt for more specimens. Are we able to see our sideboard somehow? Oh, your sideboard. Oh, no, doesn't work. Okay. So we could just attack into this if they have like their +3/+1 thing. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and summoning. In the air. The other option would be necrotic fumes to exile something, but it's not. These are all sorcery speed. Let's just get the inkling summoning. And start hitting them in the air. I just really don't want to attack until also open mana, especially since I know that they have whatchamacallit in their deck, the +3/+1 trample. Got 8 mana. I could go ahead and exile Quintarius before they have a chance to get any extra spirits. Then we can crack in for 8. I do lose my wall to do that. Or I can give them a card, but they're just waiting for something else. Hit him in the air and on the ground. There's some merit to holding it for the Weather the Storm, but it does discourage them from attacking with both. It's like we've gotten 4. I think now it's correct to attack with the 6/6 because I may just go ahead and trade off 2 of their creatures for it. If I have any trick, then that means that they lose those creatures. I don't know. Oh, that's gonna take it. Sure. Sure. Attack with the fire. Not gonna send in the fractal, and I know they probably have that combat trick. Let's go and play out the Pledge Mage. I may just cast at this point to learn. Guess they had enough, yeah. Alright, that was our round 2. It's a bit of a slog, but we got there. I will see you guys for round 3. Alright, here we are for our round 3. We've got Hunt for Specimens. They're going first. I think we're okay. I'll keep this. I think we'll lead with the Leech Fanatic. Try and save this for some mage craft value. I will gladly try that. Offer it. Stuck on one of their colors. Sure. For specimens here, we will give our image form. And I think we just play. I think we just get those expanded anatomy here. I'll hold back the croc. Sure. Ah, there's the red. That's what they're looking for. So at 14. I think we just file this and not gonna play a card. Let's just give it life. And do I have 2 forests? No. I guess just necrotic fevers to get rid of any attacker or any blockers they might play next turn. Let's go and put out Dina. Alright. So they stumbled a bit on their mana. It looks like they needed their second color. Not much to say there. Karok could be good against the 3-1. I didn't really see a whole lot. I think we'll just leave it as is. Run it back. Okay, sure, keep this. I think I'm gonna get the Pride Mage or the Pledge Mage down before I start hunting. So at least get some extra counter value. Perfectly fine. Ouch. Okay, so no attack, not even the bluff. That's fine by me. Put Pride Mage. Pledge me out. I'm just gonna put out the Professor for now. Next turn we can get out our Witherbloom Pledge Mage. Definitely digging these Pledge Mages, they do a lot of work. Okay, so discarding a Serpentine Curve. To it. Okay. Bummer, but what are you gonna do? At least we didn't have out the Pledge Mage at the same time. Oh, sorry. Priority from the art. Witherbloom. I think we have a better ability to redeem. Down to 3 cards, 3 to 3. That's good. Sure. So let's just block the Pledge Mage. So here. And get our silver. Pledge Mage down. And I think we attack. Force them to play spells in order to get above us. So whenever they play a spell, they get a treasure. In my life. So field trip A. Go ahead and give her flying. And let's see, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 6, 7. I think we can go ahead and get this fractal summoning. And then we can also maybe some expanded anatomy. Alrighty. Flying again. I think we'll get this intro to prophecy. Since they don't have anything that they can play this turn, let's go ahead and expand anatomy on this. So flying, let's give it lifelink. In my life. Intro to Prophecy. We'll see what we draw. Give. I dig it. These are both fine. So, do we use our Soul Steeper to do an extra damage? Draw 2. Let's do draw 2 so we can get our land. Keep on attacking with our 5/5 flyer. They have any blue thing? Yeah, they have a serpent thing. Okay. For an answer. I think they're just dead next turn with Dina. Alright, so that's 3 wins so far. See you guys round 4. Alright, here we are for round 4 on the draw. Just need a black mana to make this work. We got a bunch of Pledge Mages, Dina, and a Leech Fanatic. I think we have to keep it on the draw. They've already taken a mulligan. So I think that's okay. Really the card I want to draw right now, but that's the risk. So ideally next turn we draw some land. To get this guy online. Okay, so we didn't get untapped land, but we did get one land. So let's go and put out Dina. Drain him for an extra point. I don't see a reason to block that. See what Sciences. Okay, so they're looking for another land. And get our Blood Researcher down. Land and gain 2. So we can attack for 2, trade it off for the Stonerise Spirit. I got 1 mana. Yeah, I think we would be aggressive here. Maybe they discard a Pigment Storm, or they milled a Pigment Storm. Yep. And that is fine. Put out our Pledge Mages. Alright, so guess we just attack with Dina again. Back to their hand, okay. so what do we do here? We could offer the trade for that. We know they're getting an eager first year next turn, and they can start excavating. If we get the Karok down. I think we need like one more mana. Maybe we just put out this Pledge Mage. And then next turn, just get everything flying and lifelink. Sparring Regiment. Nice. So next turn we can drop the Arch and then Weather the Storm. Give them all flying and lifelink. And that's probably... Let's do the math here in a second. Life. Okay, so hunt for specimens. Okay, so if we hunt for specimens, he's all flying. Flying. We will get our, where's the environmental studies? Environmental sciences, there we go. And place science. Okay. Yeah, that would have been putting them in a place they probably could not have recovered from. So what, if anything, do we want to do here? No, I think the deck's good. It's been performing pretty well. Just gonna leave it as is. I think this, all having, 6 or 7 learn cards is really making a big difference here. It's just such a powerful mechanic, especially if because you just get whatever you want, whatever the situation requires. Okay, with double hunt for specimens, I think we keep this. For sure. Okay, so here... I think we just put out Dina. Throw a possibility of Vitalize or something. Nope, not going to put her in combat. Thank you. I might have a shock. So what should we do here? We can put out the Pledge Mage. We can just attack. If they have something, we have the drought to pump it. Okay, so this one to get the 3/2 spirit. Sure. Not the Pledge Mage. Next turn we can double hunt for specimens, give it flying and lifelink if we need to. Oh, looks like they're hurting for a land here. Oh, they're just gonna try and raise. Oh, I don't think that's gonna work. I think one other summons. I got flying, let's give it lifelink. probably should have grabbed the environmental sciences that turn. That was a little bit of a mistake. So I think what I'm actually going to grab... Oh no, I'll get the environmental sciences still. Oh, they got a treasure. Let's just send... No, send those. Life back. Okay. It's a bit obnoxious. Let's go ahead and get... forest. Go ahead and field trip. Let's do introduction to processing. And no attacks. Block. Alright, let's just pop out our yeah, the flying isn't going to help me right now, so let's pop out the I can't block. Do our intro philosophy. I don't want either of those. So are they just dead here? I can bring something back. Is this instant speed or sorcery speed? Sorcery speed. So if we attack, we could put the fortifying drought on the stack and then gain 9 life to give something +9/+9. It's a bit risky. I feel like if we don't force the issue... Just don't want to do this into open mana, I don't think. Let's still attack with the Pledge Mage. Sure. That works. Let's get another Pledge Mage now. So let's do an Inkling. them both. Alright, yeah. They saw the fact that I could sacrifice everything to Dina. Alright, well that was fun. That was our 4th round. Looks like we went 4-0. So yeah, that's our first look at Strixhaven. We went with the Witherbloom deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be posting more of these as the format evolves. Probably do a few more sealed decks, maybe a few drafts, and then I'll catch you on the next one.